Do what you can. CBS Time Warner. Have you guys heard about this yet?
Yes.
What's happened? Any opinion? Just right off the bat. Mike, do you care about CBS?
I care about CBS. I care about what Time Warner delivers. Everybody's got to make money. Everybody has to make money. CBS does. Time Warner does. The whole thing. I think if cable's not careful, it's going to bring cable down. I'm serious.
Oh, I know.
We just switched to.
That's why I'm loving it.
We just switched to another service that's not cable. And
What'd you switch to?
I could not be happier if I tried. It was my Father's Day gift, and I am just loving it.
What is it?
It's DirecTV.
DirecTV.
And I'm telling you, DirecTV absolutely kills the cable that I had, all in every which way. And so, the biggest thing I think, the biggest challenge I think that cable has right now is, and there was a big John Mack, who's one of the original godfathers, if you will, or originators of the cable movement years and years ago, and has made billions on cable, literally, and owns a very large cable company, called for cable to consolidate a couple of months ago. And one of the reasons for it is because cable has a decided weakness when it comes to trying to compete with something like a satellite provider, and like a DirecTV, for instance, that kind of thing. And if they're not careful, they're going to get passed up. Dish Network and DirecTV and the rest of them are just going to pass them up. I never thought this would happen like this fast, but now that I've experienced DirecTV, they've got a lot to be nervous about.
Okay, well, I can certainly understand that perspective from satellite television, but there's also other outlets less expensive, like the Netflix, the Hulus, and stuff like that. JJ, CBS. If Time Warner isn't carrying CBS, does it matter to you at all?
Well, I am a Time Warner customer,
okay.
And I just don't like change. I mean, and I've heard so many good things about the DirecTVs and the dishes. My neighbors have them. I've talked to them, and it's just, my internet runs on Time Warner, my cable runs on Time Warner. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if I watch anything on CBS. I don't think I could watch golf this past weekend, so, there are some things that I probably will be missed. And CBS is a huge network. So
it's a huge network. They have a lot of good original programming. They've done it. They really have the most like reality original programming. Like most of that stuff that you see, the Survivors and Amazing Race and all that stuff is CBS. Lost, I think, was CBS. There's a lot of good programming on CBS. Here was the interesting thing, though, about the negotiations. They just had the CEO of Time Warner on CNBC right before the show, and they were asking about this. Hey, clear this up for me. Okay, this is what they were asking. Clear this up. What is the problem here? Have you made an offer? Are you trying to cut off CBS? Time Warner apparently offered CBS the opportunity to charge for its content, to charge the end user for its content, and they would take no piece, no skim at all. They said, listen, you can charge them for episodes, you can charge them for seasons, you can charge them for programs, charge them any way you want. We'll act in the middle. We'll take no money for it. We'll set it up for you. We'll allow you to a la carte deliver these programs to people. Time Warner did that, and CBS doesn't want to do that. And that right there just kind of shows you that, hey, it looks to me as if Time Warner has gone the extra mile to say, hey, listen, we'll go as far as to give you this opportunity where we will make no money off your existence. In a negotiation, that kind of shows, that one side has said, hey, listen, we know we need your content to be available here, but we also know that this is the fairest way for us to deliver it. I mean, you would probably be okay with that, right? Being able to buy CBS on demand.
At least I would have a choice, right? I mean, that's the thing. I would have a choice for it. I think, CBS doesn't want to be the first guy out there, besides the movie networks.
No, CBS doesn't want to go out and be part of the premium channels. They've been known as one of the mainstays in the channels that are available, right? ABC, NBC, CBS, right? They don't want to go out on a limb like that and become a premium pay-per-view type or pay-per-channel type deal. They're not going to do that. And, Time Warner, even though it sounds like they're kind of trying to go above and beyond and that type of thing, that's more PR than it is anything else, because Time Warner knows that CBS doesn't want to do that. They know for a fact they don't.
Well, yeah, of course they don't want to, but keep in mind, if you had an old school television, I don't even know if new TVs have this or not, but if you had a television where you could get some rabbit ears out, you could pick up CBS. I mean, you don't have to pay anything for it. So, I don't quite get it. Now, I also know that I don't even know if that's considered analog. We're very digital. We're past that. And most people who want television, they want the ability to TiVo and DVR stuff, things like pause it.
Everything's digital now. All the signals
Exactly.
are digital. And so if you have, quote-unquote, rabbit ears, that type of thing, it's more sophisticated than that. But if you have that, you have to have a digital converter. So you have to go get a digital converter. At some point they were free at the stations. I don't know if they are anymore or not.
I think you have to buy them now.
I think you have to buy them now, and I think they're a little bit of money. So, I don't know very many people who want that type of quality or lack of quality from like rabbit ears or analog, antennas and that type of thing. We're kind of spoiled now. We're more in the HD
if cost
world
is an
than-
issue, there's an alternative. That's
right.
all I'm trying to say.
No, and I agree with you there. It's not a viable alternative because it puts CBS in the fuzzy picture category, and ABC and NBC are still in the HD category, right? So who's going to win?
Well, but that means that ABC and NBC are playing ball with Time Warner Cable.
Right.
Yep. So if you don't want to, you got to realize this, and a lot of people have made this mistake. Howard Stern would be the biggest example, okay, especially since I'm a radio guy, I can tell you all about this, but Howard Stern did not think that he needed Clear Channel. He was wrong, okay? These big media outlets, as much as we can hate on them for the things that they pull as big companies and some of the moves that they make, you could be a great talent, but you'll need them. You need these mass media outlets in order to have your message get to as many people as possible. When you
Right.
take someone like Stern, who's the most popular radio host ever, I think he might have been passed by Rush Limbaugh in the interim, having switched to Sirius XM. When he left, it killed him. I mean, they lost 90% of the listeners that they had. Now, they were getting paid subscriptions from the 10% they retained, which added up to be a lot of money, but you're not reaching as many people. It's just that simple. So they've got to realize who really has the hand here. And sometimes you just have to stick your tail between your legs and go, hey, listen, we kind of forgot the order here, and we're coming back to the table with something that's reasonable. And I promise you, Time Warner Cable wants to carry CBS. They want that to be a part of what they carry.
Well,
But they
CBS
just
wants
can't
to
pay
be on
too much
Time
for
Warner
it.
Cable.
Of course.
So
They might want too much money, and that's the problem. So they've got to figure that out. And it's really, I say the ball is in the court of CBS, because if they were bringing a
is.
reasonable deal to the table, Time Warner would be all over it. All right, coming up, there is a real secret to getting out of debt. I'm going to tell you that. Also, answered an email last week, and I screwed up. Not completely, but I did screw up. This is the reason why I know enough to be dangerous. Thank goodness JJ's in here today. He'll set us straight, make you smarter than everyone else. Stick around.